everyone, this is Archive of 12, and today we have a new Rustage video. This is Rustage's Reze. I don't know how to pronounce that name, but I'm gonna say Reze. The Reze rap Bombshell featuring Keetheweeb. This is for Chainsaw Man, which is a show that I have not seen yet, so I don't know anything about this character. I know very little about the setting. I only know a little bit about the setting, so forgive me if I miss bars. But let's see, this is an ultra wide, so we're going to do that. I've been told that this one kind of pops off, so I'm kind of excited to see what Rustage and Kee have managed to get in store for us today. Link will be in the description below if you want to watch it without my commentary, because I will be pausing and we'll be talking about it. And also down below is a link to my Patreon. We'll find longer form reaction videos of various anime and TV shows. And without further ado, let's get started.
Hear the ticking sound in our chest. Know that we live life on a clock. We gone light.
That was not what I was expecting. When I saw this character right here, I did not think that these were the same two individuals, but clearly they are. She must be similar to like Chainsaw Man himself, where like she's got something that fuses with him. That's part of what I know about Chainsaw Man, is that like his dog, which is not a dog, but it is a dog, I don't know, fuses with him and he becomes Chainsaw Man.
Hear the ticking sound in our chest. Know that we live life on a clock. We gone light the fuse with our breaths. Just one kiss, the timer goes off. When you're so enamored by death, you can't pick the side that you're on. I gone pull the pin in my neck. See them lighting up like a bomb. See them lighting up in the dark. Flashing scenes in the aperture when I'm pining after your heart. Melodies out of massacres and I'll watch you die in my arms. Ever thought we'd be happier if they never pried us apart? They don't see the fire, the spark.
I'm your bombshell, full of surprises. I keep you hypnotized, so how could you fight it? I'm your bombshell, beautifully frightening. So when I set it off for you right beside me.
So I'm sure someone will answer this for me, but is this character, is Reze, is she like a walking bomb? Like, is the name Bombshell for the song like a reference to her character in the show? Because that's what I'm getting at. Like, her character reminds me of a Chain Chomp from Mario a little bit. Just obviously significantly more radicalized in design and humanoid. But or maybe even a Bullet Bill. But like, I'm just wondering if like the all these references here to talking about exploding and clocks in your chest, reminding me of like a timer. I'm just wondering if all these references are meant to reference the fact that she has bomb-like abilities, similar to Chainsaw Man having chainsaw-like abilities.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. Baby, I'm your bombshell, go watch my love ignite.
I feel like I'm on the nose there with the bomb stuff, because I see like the grenade ring necklace that she's wearing, and she in multiple shots it looks like she's trying to pull the pin. So I feel like I might be on to something when it comes to that kind of thing, referencing her potentially being like, you know, a bomb. Um, this is not the way I would have expected this song to go. I was not expecting like a dance club techno synth mix sort of song for a character like this. But also, since I don't know the character very well, I have to say that the lyrics are rather surprising too, because it sounds almost romantic to a certain degree. And I find that to be curious, because that's not what I would have associated again with a character that is capable of basically exploding. So I find the choices of things to be rather unique for what my expectations would have been.
just became the hunter. Countdown time like a days are numbered. I've been reaching out so that you take me under. I'm a blast warning, but you made the bunker. Like feeling every rumble, heartbeat the thunder. Violence can't feed the hunger. Cut off my wires, change up my function. Caution, I'm not safe for consumption. They differ, did it way bigger. I've been filling these chasms like grave diggers. They be loading the pistol but needing permission to shoot them. They pull in with fake triggers. We be drawing conclusions but never gonna look at the same picture. Watch the hate simmer. Happy taking the shots like a straight liquor. Stay a safe distance. I reduce them to ashes. They look into me like a painkiller. Turn a city to a hunting ground. Where emotions like a shapeshifter. I got more in common with a country mouse. Never saying that I play victim. I ain't needing anyone to dumb it down. Maybe we could have made fate different, but I got a timer and it's running out.
I'm your bombshell, full of surprises. I keep you hypnotized, so how could you fight it? I'm your bombshell, beautifully frightening. So when I set it off for you right beside me. Bomb, 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 bomb. Baby, I'm your bombshell, watch my love ignite.
I am enamored by this particular track, and like I said, the direction of it, which took me off guard. I find what both Key and what Rustage are doing here to be a fascinating example of like subverted expectations. But again, since I don't know Chainsaw Man and I don't know what Reese's story is, I could be completely like off basis with my expectations, and this is perfectly fitting for her. It sounds like she's a character that has a lot of hopes, dreams, and passions, but is destined for specific duties that she may or may not necessarily agree with. But because of her abilities, she doesn't have a choice. Someone can easily correct me on that. I have no problem with being wrong in that particular sense, but that's definitely something that I'm picking up, is that this feels like a song about a character who is like her desires and personality are in conflict with what her duty and her powers are. And I mean, that's a very classic, common, and like favorable position to be in when it comes to as a writer, because it means that you can write this sweet, innocent, loving, endearing, caring, kind character similar to like Yor from Spy Family, but they have a darker side that is capable of doing massive amounts of death and destruction on the flip of a switch. Like their duty and their emotions are two completely separate entities. So that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. And I again, because I haven't seen Chainsaw Man, I could be completely wrong about that, but that's the vibe I'm getting from this. And if I'm right, there's a very interesting way of going about telling this story. I do like the visuals that they chose to use for this, because it's definitely felt like a song that was um it felt like a song that had a lot of vibrance to it. Um the models and visuals felt very alive and very carefree. Um and the music was extremely upbeat for a character that seems to be talking about like I said, death and destruction quite a bit. So I'm very curious to know like the thought process behind all of that, because it is a very interesting take on what I would have associated for Chainsaw Man based on what I know. But at the end of the day, that was it was a really fun song. It was very entertaining. I really thoroughly enjoyed that. Uh and yeah, I don't know what else I can say about it. Thank you for joining me. I am Mark Alpha 12, and I will see you in the next video.